We'll get Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we're at the we're at the NOCO Hemp Expo, and it's really cool to be here today and to be with people that are dedicating their life to helping to make plastic sunglasses and to make feed and food for animals and for humans. And we get all of our hemp hearts for our protein for us raw vegans from Canada. Let's get it from America now. And so we have beautiful people with us. As most of you know from my show, Weed Weeds Day and Jeff Eichen and Lifers Madness, the movie with Tommy Chong, is that I worked with Jack Harrer, No Terror, and I'm buddies with Dan. We're planning a golf tournament for his dad. Who knows when? We're planning a concert. Who knows when? But we want to do this. We want to get 42,000 people at the Oakland Coliseum, all dressed in orange, everybody, for the prisoners. So we're going to do it, and we're going to have sponsors. We're walking the floor, all that stuff here. But I wanted to introduce to you today John, and he's going to tell you a little bit about his dream and his legacy. So, John, take it away, and you can hold the mic there any way you want. And we're really incredibly happy to have you.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it, the opportunity to work with you and work with veteran programs and helping folks that are in jail because of just growing this great plant. I'm mostly just directly involved in the hemp industry, and I work with a company called the U.S. Hemp Brokerage. And the brokerage is a critical part of the industry in terms of helping the farmers and those that have product find an effective market that they can produce and grow for, and then also for the manufacturers out there that they need the consistency of product and knowing that it's tested and not getting shipments basically that won't work for them. So we can pre-qualify a lot of companies out here and make sure that producers have what they need when they need it, and really can kind of plan for forecasting, which has been difficult to do in hemp production.
So what is your service actually?
The service really provides a brokering service where we find the products and are able to pay the farmer and the sellers a fair price, and then to be able to consistently supply manufacturers with exactly what they need when they need it.
So are you a fulfillment? What is that what you do?
In effect, yeah, fulfillment's one of the major roles. It's really marketing is a big factor of it. So we're helping brands, people that have existing brands, we help them market those brands into all the dispensaries or all the stores that they want to get into, whether it's pet products or horse products, human products.
So if I have an item, so I made this hat and this vest. If I wanted to send you say that I've got 300 hats in stock, what would you do for us? And this is all sustainable.
We have a cooperative marketing program that we get your company signed up so you're into the program and we know exactly what you have, and we have pictures and good graphics and create a sales page for you that basically helps to then promote to all of our customers. And so when we send that to the customer will be like, I like that. And if we send it to, say, 1,000 shops and a few hundred of them order from you, we'll hopefully sell out all that you've got.
Well, I got an idea that just came in because I'm a super hyper cosmic, quantum artist, creative person. What about, I heard one company one time that they promoted, they had like a mall, right? Mm-hmm. What about Hemp Amazon?
Well, I guess it kind of, in effect, it exists. Right. It's not as big as a company like Amazon, but the brokerage serves as a purpose like that.
But I mean the site and the way that you have testimonials on every product and you roll through it and you can go back to their website, but you know blah 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 and the analytics, all that shit. A hemp Amazon would be cool, and you don't call it hemp Amazon.
Well, I'm not sure. I guess we can talk more about what that would actually exist as one of the factors of what we do.
Because it would be great to go online and to hit your site and to go in there and type in hemp shoes, and you got the Portugal people.
Yeah.
And I type in hemp socks, and there's 50 different pair of socks from 50 different companies.
Right.
And you're getting your share, they're getting their share, and our world can go to one shopping mall.
Yeah. Well, I like it. You
Whoa.
heard it here first, so I mean,
I want
you
3%
got
of that.
commission on that.
You know,
Okay, well, we got a little more work to do,
that
but
would be great.
that's always possible. I think anything that really is positive for the industry is always something we want to explore.
Sure.
We have a little bit of an added service that we provide through a company, GCAC in Canada, that it allows us to track and trace every aspect, basically from seed to sale, and it also provides for the customer to provide feedback all the way back to even at the farm level. So it's a really good thing that's coming towards the industry. It allows to basically just quickly get the information on a company and kind of do your own qualification of that company. And it's a really good service. And so that is an added bonus for a company that wants to buy products from us, that they know
Right.
that we've done that due diligence on the company. They don't have to go through that process of possibly, just searching and searching and searching. We know the people that have the product. We have relationships with those companies. Now for those that want to actually manufacture, now they've got the ability to get the product when they need it, as they need it, and as much as they need.
Hemp Amazon. Well, everybody, we're at NOCO, and we're really excited to have John with us. John, tell us the first time you smoked.
Smoked pot or
Yeah.
hemp
I
or-
mean, who turned you on? I mean, I ask everybody like I asked Tommy Chong, and
Yeah.
it's not, like, was it in a garage? Was it your brother? Was it,
It was behind my baseball diamond. We had hemp. I grew up in Indiana, and we had Indiana ditchweed, and it looked just like cannabis. We didn't know that it was hemp or what it was. And we tried that. As a young kid, so I was probably like 15 when I tried that. And then another time, I took my brother to college, and that was the first time that I ever tried like true cannabis, and it was an interesting experience going to drive after that experience.
Right.
I took him to college, but yeah, no, it was something.
Don't
you just
drive and
immediately-
smoke,
Don't do,
everybody.
can't feel your legs.
Yeah.
But no, we really had a lot of fun. I guess the industry has been amazing to watch how much it's changed just in my lifetime. I
Right.
didn't know that we'd see dispensaries like we see now. On just about every corner. Or
What's
every
your
place.
take on our progress? Now that you're on a reform show, we still got prisoners in jail for life, Schedule 1. What's your think about how do you think we're going to balance the budget, get the banks to happen, and bring our prisoners home?
Well, those are some complicated questions there for sure, but
do you feel it in our favor in our lifetime?
absolutely. I
Okay.
think that all those should be basically cleared of their record of any kind of a marijuana thing, unless they were just incredibly irresponsible.
Well,
and some of those are like, okay, well, you kind of
Eddie Lepp
figure
was
that out.
in for like 40 tons, but and the punishment should fit the crime, but still, it's just they're running alcohol and
Yeah.
people are getting killed.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair at all. I think it's interesting here in Colorado that you see a liquor store and a pot store right next to each other quite often, and it's like it's less harmful. I think it's actually far more beneficial, and it has other medicinal uses that I think people can really benefit from. I look at veterans, I look at others. People that are in jail for this, it's ridiculous. They should be expunged and released. And then
And
have it-
restitution,
and restitution, yeah, basically to wipe
30
it off your
years, a
record.
lot of these people. Eddie Lepp. We got Luke Scarmazzo, had a medical store. He was on my show about 3 weeks ago. He's been home for like 27 days, and he was in jail for 15 years. His daughter was 5, he told us on the show,
Wow.
and she's 25 now.
Yeah.
And he was in jail for 15 years, or she's 20, do the math. And he just was a sweetheart, and he had a medical store in Modesto.
Yeah, I mean,
What the fuck?
I mean,
What
it's
the-
like
what the fuck?
yeah, it's a crazy experience, really. I mean, the people that have gone through just the turmoil of getting busted with the whole thing all over a plant that is a medicinal plant. It's ridiculous, really.
Well, do you have the T-shirt that says marijuana safer than alcohol? I mean, that's
Not yet. I've got the hemp hooray shirt here, but
Yep. So everybody, that's what we say every day. That's the Jack Harrer, not terror saying. And did you know? I think Jack was the first one to say that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
I think it's an OG Jack term. I think Jack did it.
Cool.
Because I say it every day. I have it. Look right there.
Yeah,
I
hemp
say,
hooray. There it is.
I say it every day. So we're gonna get one of your shirts. We're gonna go to organic dot.
It's organiceatme.com. If you go to organiceatme.com, you'll see a whole bunch of different options of hemp and all kinds of other products too that are organic. So organiceatme.com and enjoy it. Click on the button that says hemp, and then you'll get you'll see stickers and t-shirts that we've done for other hemp shows that are on there from older events, the Montana State Hemp Fest and the Southern Hemp Expo and all those sort of
Have
things.
you been to Hash Bash or Bash Hash or?
No, I've heard of it. I just haven't been there.
Yeah.
Where is that one at? That's the Michigan one?
I think it's Ohio or something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's Ohio, Hempery or something like that.
Well, I love the Buckeye State. I'd love to go back and.
Hey, what's going to happen? Who's on your bracket? I mean, look, it's San Diego State. I mean, San Diego, in March Madness right now, basketball with the kids, NCAA.
Well, I've been completely overwhelmed with hemp.
Right.
And the basketball, I just haven't been up to
At
up
night,
to speed,
I chill and I get down there. I did my bracket. All the number 1s and 2s are gone, and we're left with like San Diego State now, in the top 4, and that's happening next weekend or something,
Well, I look forward to it. I always get into it. I'm kind of a convenient fan coming, towards the end of the season, but it's we've just been buried with hemp because it's there's so many exciting things going on. A lot of people that already have a lot of inventory out in the world, and so. I'm nonstop finding buyers for all this.
I've got my hemp bag here, everybody.
That's nice.
Let's show it here.
Yeah.
I got my hemp bag here. This is actually a hemp T-shirt that they made for a fundraiser for incredible bag for and these were handmade for HempFest.
Yeah.
I've been a part of HempFest for a long time. Shout out to Vivian Godspeed and everything. And Vivian, 30 years was the producer, the executive producer for 30 years. He's my bro, my buddy, and he's taking care of himself. And he stepped down after 30 years. And now Eric Boone in Portugal is now taking over, and just circumstance had that the area in Seattle on the water where they've had 1 million people come to every event.
I've been there. It's super awesome.
It's super awesome. They decided that they couldn't pull it together this year, so we're going to do a big one next year. But Eric Boone is possibly going to navigate the European contingency because we've got ICBC there, we've got Spanibus, so he's thinking about doing one in Portugal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's great. Yeah, I mean, if the U.S. hemp brokerage can participate, we'd certainly like to be a part of it.
We'll invite you. I mean, I'll hook you up with the people that I know, and we'll stay close and everything. And we would love to, follow up with you and stay close. So again, what do you have to say? Tell us a little about your veteran program.
The veteran program is we're mimicking something that's happening up in Canada that is Citizen Green. And the program will basically, we're hoping to have the United States government be able to help us provide cannabis products, hemp products to veterans as a part of their, to help with disabilities or PTSD or any number of things.
What do you think about New York, how they give prisoners that are freed the first opportunity to buy a license?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So the license to go and actually
have a store.
Have their own store.
Well, because remember the lotto, you needed $500,000 to get a store in your first store, and it took you a couple of years to get your money back. But the idea was that everybody had to go in the lotto, but the ex-prisoners are being first in line. So like the vets that use cannabis for PTSD, because remember I was sharing with you that I did a documentary for the 22 Project 22.
Right.
22 vets, everybody, they kill themselves every day or more, from opium, Dilaudid, and fentanyl. And I'm going to show you what happened with fentanyl. Hang on, everybody. I'm going to get naked here for a second.
You want me to turn away?
No. Here we go. So everybody, fentanyl is taking down too many people, and it took down our prince. Everybody,
Wow.
Let me see if I can get in here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Took down our prince, everybody. And so, fuck opiates. And Project 22 was my project that they came out from Missouri to Colorado, and in a van, and I got to interview 22 vets, and they used it in their documentary. And because they were so happy to be here on happy hour, they would go to the dispensary and smoke out, And so I know a lot of the canna moms with their children with cancer moved from Florida to Colorado, to a state that was friendly for
Right.
cannabis. But they have located some genetics with the cannabinoids that help with PTSD, and it's helping the prisoners, I mean the vets, not kill themselves from stupid opium.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the vets, for all those guys, all the farmers that are out there. The farmers are being treated like criminals right now. They've been, it's ridiculous, really, in the hemp world for the farmers.
And there's a hemp bill.
Well, there's a hemp bill. We should have it wide open.
Right.
Actually, cannabis should just be wide open across the board.
And prohibition.
End it.
Yeah.
End it. Why? I mean, I can't believe that
Your
we have
hat
not
says "end
read it.
prohibition" on the back.
It is.
Yeah,
I know.
on the back.
One louder, right,
Right,
there.
you-
Yeah, end
put it up,
prohibition.
put it up,
right there.
There you go. And prohibition, everybody. Let's do it in our lifetime. We've
Let's
got
go
some OGs.
one
here.
louder there too.
Yeah, one louder, one love, and NOCO hemp. And I'm going to get Morris to send me a hat. Maybe Morris will pop in today while I'm here.
Yeah.
But it's so cool to do what I'm doing. I'm helping the legacy. I'm helping the stigma,
Yeah.
and to take it off. And then our concert that we want to do, everybody. We want to do this benefit concert, and we don't just say that this is the plan. It's the plant. But we're getting ready to do our pitch deck and to introduce that to the world. So if you're listening, Snoop, if you're listening, Willie, if you're listening, Tommy, I know you listen to me a lot, Tommy, because we're buds, and and the rest of you, Earth, Wind, and Fire, we're going to bring
Yes.
the Oregon Country Fair Dragon, and I'm going to be on the front of the paper mache dragon, and we're going to have 40 prisoners in the dragon, or 20 or 30, and we're going to go through the concert people on the floor, and we're going to go up on stage, and then we're going to take the dragon off the prisoners, and we're going to sing September Song with Willie, Snoop. I mean, if we get them. So we're trying, everybody. We got to raise $1 million to put that baby on. But it's 42,000 people. Just think, 420. The lady at Oakland Coliseum told me we got 42,000 seats, and Snoop already sold it out in 2019. But then we got COVID. So everybody, fuck COVID. Fuck everything except for getting prisoners out. Let's not fuck that. Let's do it right. Let's do a prison concert. Let's invite Spike Lee and John here, and let's get everybody to be representative, and then take our movie, Spike and 20 filmmakers, you young filmmakers, come drone with us, and then we'll take that footage and we'll send it to Biden. We got to end it this time, because we're not waiting.
Yeah.
We're not waiting any longer. I mean, look, we already got too many people. There's Prince on my shirt.
Yeah.
Prince, baby, everybody. And I met Prince, and I'm an OG, and I'll be 65 on Sunday. And Marvin Gaye died on my birthday. His father shot him. So fuck bullets, fuck corporate pharma and everything that's bringing our people down with fentanyl. And you know what? I can say what I want. It's my show. It's Weeds Day, everybody, on a Friday, and we're coming to you with John. John, give a shout out to the prisoners. What do you want to say to them?
Yeah, it's just hang tight. We're doing everything we can to get you out of there and get this legalized across the country, and just expunge all the issues that have been taken on to so many prisoners. We want them out. We want them all cleaned up on their records and integrated back into society.
Have you known anybody in?
I've known a couple of people that have spent some time, and I think it was a little bit more than just marijuana bust, but it was, and they're out
Well,
now.
for
but it was,
nonviolence,
yeah.
I'll support anybody nonviolent, even if it's speed or whatever. But it's just time to balance the prison system and the gun system.
Yeah, I'm not a proponent for taking guns away at all. I hunt and fish, and I want to go kill my birds and kill my elk. And
Well,
do
I'm
all
not
that,
talking
so-
about that. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about automatic weapons in the house.
Yeah, you don't need those around
Right.
particularly, but every time a government official says we're going to take the guns away, you see what happens at the gun shops?
Well, yeah.
They have lines out the door.
Yeah.
So they sell more guns than ever before. And the crazy thing is, the guns don't depreciate $1.
Right,
They hold their value more than anything else.
right.
And so why would we want more people to buy more guns just because they're being scared to think that it's going to be taken away?
Right. Well, I believe that you're right, that we have the right to bear arms, and that these school shootings and things like that aren't indicative of owning guns. It's just that we just need to be kinder and wiser, and that's why we're talking about hemp, and we're in the industry to change. So let's focus on our frickin' hemp industry, our prisoners, and tell us a little bit about what's next for you.
What's next for me is really super expanding the industrial hemp aspects. The industrial side, not the cannabinoids, not any of the medicinal side of hemp. It's all the industrial aspects. We'll be making plastics, and we already are.
BMW.
Well, we've just got all different types of fiber that's getting used in panels and different ways of making that fiber into it. They're making cars lighter. The plastic is lighter. There's just so many different options. What is this?
That's a 3D printed from Italy pin that I got in Colorado about 4 years ago.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
No, that is nice. Plastics, I mean, you name it. The industrial aspects of this are enormous. The food aspects are enormous. Taking the hemp seed and being able to do so many things with the hemp
dirty
seed.
cotton.
Dirty cotton's a whole different issue. I mean,
Right.
But we have unrealistic expectations. We shipped most of our spinning operations and all of our big fabric making abilities to other countries years ago. And so to get those to come back into America requires a process that will assure that the companies will have exactly what they need in terms of the quality of the fiber, the size and the diameter, all those important things that are on the fiber side of this that actually could go towards textiles. And it's coming in the future, but it will then take a couple more years to build out more, expansion in manufacturing. And then the goal personally would be that we'll be spinning hemp fiber, probably blending it with cotton more than likely, but bringing that quality hemp fiber into our textile industry.
Who's bringing the decorticators in?
Oh, there's a whole variety of different decorticators. Some of the decorticators beat the shit out of the fiber, and so there's no chance of it going into textiles because there's nothing left of it hardly.
Hempcrete.
Well, you go into hempcrete too,
Right.
but and a lot of times we're making products that are just too expensive to really make any kind of major impact in the hempcrete world. So it's lowering the cost of those inputs that are going in without putting additional costs on top of it.
So to build a hempcrete home is double a wood stick home.
It's something like that. It's
Right.
probably, in some cases, depending on how you're building it, it's maybe a 20x. So bringing all that stuff down is just basically working with existing industries so that they can start to incorporate hemp products
Well, the
into
first
it.
2 kilobyte computer was 31,000 or something,
Right. I mean, it's it's just going to keep shrinking more and more. But we owe it to our farmers to give them a better option to control weeds. And
Right.
you grow hemp at a 9-foot tall plant or higher, nothing grows underneath it. So you get your weed control that you want. There's no need to put out pesticides or herbicides, and hemp doesn't require that. And if the people that are still doing that are causing problems in the industry because we're seeing contamination of the
And
products.
for global warming?
Well, global warming, I think, is, personally, my thought is that climate is changing, and the climate changes, and this world changes very
On its own.
It changes enormously on its own, and we have volcanoes. Volcanoes on our planet is why we're here. It's why the mountains, the trees are green.
They're
If
good.
we didn't have volcanoes that were going out at a tolerable level, we wouldn't have evolved.
Right.
We have to have volcanoes that are putting silicon and ash and carbon into our atmosphere, and that comes down and rains onto plants.
So for our depleted soil, is that true that the hemp plant actually helps to remediate the soil?
Yeah, I guess that's really, I'd like to see more
Right.
research on that before I can
Right.
really comment.
Right.
What it does do is it helps the soil because it helps to break up compacted soils because the root system is strong and deep. But it helps mostly because the problem is that we've been using herbicides to kill off, like Roundup and, oh my gosh, just this terrible. Glyphosate. That is Roundup,
Yeah.
Dicamba, all these others that are non-organic,
DDT.
just the worst chemicals, and they're putting it on the field. They're supposedly saying this is a regenerative practice, and you can't be regenerative unless you're fully an organic operation. Then you can evolve into being regenerative. But I think agriculture is stealing the terms that mean the most to the hemp industry. Regenerative programs, hemp should be a part of a regenerative program, but you have to be organic to do it.
Totally.
And it's ridiculous. And we don't want medicines that are coming from heavily, contaminated, with tons of
Remember
fertilizer.
the early
thrown on
days
them.
paraquat?
Yeah. Right.
Whoa.
I know.
And that was real.
Yeah. No, that's
When we were kids, there was paraquat pot coming over the border.
I know.
You
I
know?
know.
You
I
know?
know.
That's like laced fentanyl joints now or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I think we have all kinds of issues in our import and export programs, but if we were able to just take care of our own citizens and be able to grow cannabis and hemp and expand all of the production facilities that we could actually have with that, and it will come. It's coming our way. In the,
Do you
in the coming years.
believe? Do you believe if we grow more, the price of hempcrete will come down?
Well, hempcrete's a little bit of a different story. Hempcrete could be a very affordable product right now. We tend to actually put too much processing time into creating the hemp to go into hempcrete. But hempcrete is really hempcrete and the European building systems that we're seeing with hempcrete and hand packing in walls, and some of it's being shot on. I mean, in general, we don't build that way. We really don't. I mean, we're going to see a few
There's a
hundred
company
homes. There's a
in
few
Canada
here.
doing hemp Lego.
Oh, I know them well. I know all those companies. I applaud their efforts into that. But in general, that's not how we make blocks in America. We don't make them through that and using plastic and sticking plastic little cubes so that they lock together.
Do they do hemp plastic?
No, it's not
Probably
hemp
not.
plastic. This
Yeah.
is just a. I know, and so we've got a ways to
Bullshit.
go with all that.
Yeah,
It's a
come
little
on
bit
now.
of bullshit stuff.
We want the hemp Lego with hemp plastic. Come
We have
on.
it.
We've got it. We've got it, everybody. Stop. Get off your train, everybody. Or get on the train, you know?
Yeah.
And the love train. Get on the love train. Woo-hoo! You know, Four Tops are still alive, you know, and you know, we lost Aretha and Prince and David Bowie, and if we think about our OGs, you know, we still got Tommy Chong. Dr. Machulam just left the planet, and I just hooked up everybody with somebody here that wants to take me to Israel and do a documentary on what's left in his university. What are they doing?
Yeah.
So we're talking about the industrial aspects, and I don't want to gloat on what I'm doing, but what I'm doing is my slice. I'm staying on the hemp highway, everybody, and the cannabis highway. And so we're with John today. This is Weeds Day on a Friday, everybody. Jeff Eichen here, love you. We got Tommy Chong in the house. The book I made for Tommy
Nice.
someday will be on the table. So we're going to get to Tommy and let Tommy say, yes, Jeffrey, we agree to have this sold. So I did this book at Tommy's house.
Yes.
And you can see Tommy's house
Wow.
in this book. And the cool thing about this book is there's his office, and he needs a Morris hemp guitar. But check his does that look like your office?
Oh yeah, there's the office here. You probably deserve to see the office.
Everybody, there's Tommy's office. Everybody. So it's probably like all of our offices, but then I photographed his. I love when I do this project. I'll come to your house, everybody, for 5K, and I'll do a book for you. But the idea is that I do all of these little beautiful nooks and cranny to tell your story. Again, not about me, it's about the OGs I was talking about. Tommy Chong is 85 and still alive. He's got a foxy wife, and he's always out. I had Cheech and Chong on our show one day, sitting right where you guys are. And so we're going to get more of them. We're going to produce a concert, and with these beautiful humans and sponsors, and dedicated to ending prohibition, to being part of the solution for the 22 vets that kill themselves every day, to support the homeless, to support the tiny homes made out of hemp, bringing the price down by doing more of it. Look, my vest, everybody, is all hemp, and it's so important, and my shirt is hemp, my hat is hemp. If you go to the Grammys, there's nobody, including Snoop, wearing hemp. So let's fucking get the clothing industry away from all the pesticide dirty cotton.
Yeah. Yes, please do.
Yeah.
You know, and in reality, most of the hemp for the near term, I believe, is going to be blended with cotton. We're going to see probably 50-50 blends, and it'll be a good way to bring hemp into it. And eventually we'll get better at making hemp fibers that can be 100% hemp. And that's where we need to go. That is a big thing.
Socks on today.
Oh, and he's got hemp socks. Those are beautiful.
Oh, you can't see them because I can't twist my old leg. But my birthday's this weekend, so everybody send me wishes. And when's your birthday?
August 4th.
August 4th. I'm April 2nd, which is backwards April 20. It's 02.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool. And so any final words?
No, just the U.S. Hemp Brokerage is a great service, and
Where
I'm
can
just proud to be working.
Where can people find you?
We're in booth 311 here at NOCO, but we're at ushempbrokerage.com.
Okay.
If you want one of these shirts here, Hemp Hemp Hooray, or it's got Hemp Yeah on the back.
Oh yeah, hemp,
You go to
yeah.
organiceatme.com. That's a part of the Organic Marketing Association, which I'm the vice president of here in America. So if you have an organic brand, we definitely want to be talking with you. And if you have any kind of thing that is in hemp that you're making from hemp, we definitely want to talk to you so we can help you build your sales and build a quality business.
You heard it from me, Hemp Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Let's stay buddies forever. I want to know you. Come on my show periodically.
Okay.
I do one show every week, and I've Rodimus Grasshopper from the Kung Fu series. He's my buddy in France. He comes on every week. I get Portugal to come on every other week. Tommy Chong comes on like once a month, and so it'd be great to have you pop in and tell us what's going on, and we would enjoy having you.
Cool. I'd love to give you some updates as we go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Sure
yeah.
appreciate
And I
it.
still want to buy your hat. But
Talk to Morris.
it's so cool. We'll get one from Morris. But yeah, this is this is Tommy's house.
That is funny.
Look.
I know.
And all Tommy quotes. I did put all Tommy quotes in there.
He looks like he's a MacGyver. He's like all these homemade bongs and things in here that he's made out of various things. Fun.
Isn't that cool?
What a cool guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, what a great legacy too.
What's your legacy, everybody? Come on my show and just do right and go hemp, everybody. Get a hemp shirt tomorrow. Get some hemp shoes from Portugal. I don't know the name of the company. Just look it freaking up and get ready. Hemp Amazon, we're coming for you. So
Thank
cool,
you,
man.
Jeffrey.
Cool,
Right
man.
on.
It was really
Here we
fun.
go.
Yeah, it
Hemp
was really
hooray,
fun.
everybody.
Okay, everybody, that's me. I'll be back for another interview today. Love you. And hold up 3 fingers. Let's do a screenshot here so we can see. Yeah, no, forward.
Forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you do it that way, that's a gangy. Okay.
Gangy? Okay.
So here we go. Okay, we got it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'm going to sign out, everybody. Hemp hooray, everybody. See you at the next episode, which is just a few minutes away.